For decades, the American muscle car followed a simple formula: big engine, rear-wheel drive, lots of noise, and just enough practicality to use every day. But one by one, that formula started disappearing. And somehow, in the middle of all that change, Ford built another Mustang. This might be the last true muscle car. Before we talk about the latest Mustang, we need to understand what the idea actually was. A muscle car was never just about peak horsepower numbers. It was a front-mounted, powerful engine, rear-wheel drive, relatively attainable performance, everyday usability, straight-line drama, sound and character, and a sense of rebellion. The rivalry between Mustang, Camaro, and Challenger helped define the category for generations. But a muscle car was never supposed to be perfect. It was supposed to make you smile before you'd even left the driveway. That formula is under pressure now. And yet the Mustang is still here. The S650 generation could have been a radical reinvention. Instead, Ford chose evolution. V8 availability, a manual gearbox, a modernized interior and technology, and a continued focus on everyday usability. Ford modernized nearly everything around the Mustang, but it protected the ingredients enthusiasts cared about most. And the most important ingredient was sitting under the bonnet. The naturally aspirated V8 still matters. Not because it is always the fastest solution, but because of how it feels. Immediate throttle response, a soundtrack that fills the cabin, mechanical theatre that smaller turbocharged engines and electric motors struggle to match. Cylinder count still carries emotional weight, even when other powertrains can deliver higher numbers on paper. New technology can make cars faster, but speed and character aren't always the same thing. The broader industry has moved towards smaller turbocharged engines, hybridization, and pure electric performance. The Mustang still offers the option of a big, naturally aspirated V8 that feels like a direct descendant of the cars that built the muscle car reputation. That choice is deliberate. And it doesn't stop at the engine. The manual gearbox refuses to die in the Mustang. Across the performance car world, manuals have been disappearing. Dual-clutch transmissions and automatics are faster in almost every measurable way. Yet, keeping a manual option still matters to a significant group of enthusiasts. There is a difference between the fastest car and the most engaging one. The clutch pedal, the gear lever, and the need to match revs reinforce the Mustang's old-school personality. They turn the car into something you operate rather than something that simply delivers performance for you. But the Mustang isn't surviving simply because Ford refused to modernize it. Look closer, and the S650 is far from an antique. Modern digital displays, multiple driver modes, sophisticated electronic aids, updated chassis tuning, strong performance data, and track-focused variants. Ford didn't preserve the Mustang by freezing it in time. It preserved the parts that gave it a personality, while quietly bringing the rest of the car into the present. The result is a machine that still feels like a muscle car on the road, yet is more capable and usable than earlier generations in many everyday situations. That balance becomes even clearer in the Dark Horse. The Dark Horse is the more focused expression of the S650 idea. More aggressive chassis setup, clear track intent, improved cooling and braking, sharper styling. Ford created something above the standard GT to prove the platform still had serious performance potential. The Dark Horse suggests Ford still believes a V8 Mustang has something meaningful to offer in a world obsessed with electrification. It is not a nostalgia exercise. It is a statement that the formula can still be pushed. Meanwhile, the traditional American performance landscape around it has changed. Some long-running rivals have ended production. Others have moved toward new powertrain concepts. Electrification is becoming increasingly important across the segment. The market that once created the classic muscle car rivalry is no longer the same. If everyone else changes the formula, does the Mustang become more valuable simply by staying recognizable? That question sits at the center of the S650's significance. So, is it really the last true muscle car? The case for the title is strong. V8 engine, rear-wheel drive, manual gearbox available, performance that remains attainable relative to true exotics, everyday practicality, and a powerful cultural identity that stretches back decades. The case against is also real. The S650 is more sophisticated than the muscle cars of the past. It carries far more technology, prices have risen, handling and overall capability now matter almost as much as pure straight-line drama. Maybe the Mustang hasn't preserved the muscle car exactly as it was. Maybe it's simply what the muscle car had to become to survive. That nuance is important. The S650 Mustang isn't the fastest performance car you can buy. It isn't the most advanced, and it certainly isn't the most efficient. But that's almost beside the point. For generations, the muscle car represented something wonderfully irrational. More engine than you needed, more noise than was sensible, and performance that felt accessible rather than exotic. The world around it has changed. The Mustang hasn't. And that may make the S650 the last true muscle car. Do you think the S650 still qualifies as a true muscle car? Or has the formula already moved on? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. If this story of the Mustang's survival resonated with you, hit like and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one.